Hey everyone, this is Linda coming at you from brewedinf.com with the Friday the 13th edition and October 14th edition of Let's Get a Beer, Florida. All right, we had a lot of things going on last weekend, through the week, news coming up. This guy's not really so scary, so I'm going to go ahead and put him back with the beer glass collection, and he can just kind of hang out with those guys for a little while. Now, last weekend, we had Oktoberfest. So did you guys get your boots, your stein, your mugs, all that kind of thing? I had a great time hanging around Jack's Beach last week. Got pictures up on social media. Hopefully you guys had a really good Oktoberfest and lots of food and beer, dancing, the whole bit. Always fun. I love Oktoberfest. We have lots to talk about, and everything I'm going to talk about is on the 2 pages of brewedinf.com. News, stories, events, feature stories, the whole bit. So let's get started right away. Now, last weekend was not only Oktoberfest, it was also GABF weekend, where they announced the winners of the GABF professional competition. We did have some Florida breweries that won some medals last week. I have a story about that on brewedinf.com, so if you haven't seen it, take a look at that. But basically, we're just going to run down some of those winners for you. Big Top Brewing got a silver. They're from Sarasota. 610 out of Tampa got a gold. Lauder Ale from Fort Lauderdale, also with the gold. Funky Buddha from Oakland Park got a silver medal. Walking Tree Brewery out of Vero Beach picked up a bronze medal. Brew Hub cleaned up. They got 2 gold medals. They're out of Lakeland, out there off of I-4. 2 gold medals there. And Pinellas Ale Works from St. Pete picked up a silver. So congratulations to all the Florida medalists. And like I said, there's a story about that on brewedinf.com, so be sure to check it out. I'm going to put this beer down for the time being so I can get a little animated with about what I'm going to talk about. All right, so those were the GABF winners. So take a look at that. Also, stories this week. I wrote a preview about Rocky Water Brewfest happening on Saturday, October 14th in Melbourne. All Florida breweries at that beer fest. I'll talk about that in a minute. Bold City Brewery has its 9th anniversary on October 21st. Have a preview story on brewedinf.com about that. And also Jacksonville Porch Fest is coming up on Saturday, November 4th. I did an interview with the executive director, talked to a couple of other people. Story is on brewedinf.com. Really cool story about how it started and what she expected her first year. So sounds like a great fest. Check that out. So that's in a few weeks yet. All right, first of all, let's talk about some news. Okay, first of all, we have Atlantic Beach just announced that it will be having its very first bottle release on Friday, November 3rd. It's the Cafecito, I think I might have said that right, de Cuba Imperial Stout, which is a Cuban coffee-inspired stout. Now, they're going to be opening at 11 o'clock on Friday, November 3rd, so you can go get your bottles, get that on draft, and if you're a Mug Club member, get there the day early because they'll open it up early for you. So that's their first bottle release. Pretty exciting stuff right there. Also, just announced today, we have also in the Jack's Beach area, Southern Swells just announced that it is releasing its very first can release, also on Friday, November 3rd. Okay, they'll be releasing 2 of those in 16-ounce cans. In a galaxy really, really close by is an IPA, and their Truth Juice DIPA, which has become a favorite of a lot of people around Jack's Beach area. That also will be Friday, November 3rd. The cans are 16 ounces being sold in 4 packs. So look forward to that. Also, you guys may have seen this on social media, knew about it anyway. Intuition tapped its Survivor Saison to benefit the Donna Foundation here in Jack's. You guys all know the Donna Foundation, Run Donna, the marathon in February, the 5K at the Players' Championship in May. I've been known to wear a pink wig at that event in May, and their photos prove it. They tapped the Survivor Saison on last Wednesday to benefit Donna, and that was made with raspberries, cinnamon, and vanilla. I was there at the tapping, a very light, refreshing beer, and if you're around Intuition, go check that out because they're going to be donating $1 from each one of those to the Donna Foundation. So great cause there, and a really good beer, so I think it's a win-win all the way around, no matter which way you look at that. All right, let's get into some events right now, okay? Because we've got events coming up this weekend, into the following week, and then we look ahead into the future because we see into the future on beerfests.com with all the events and stuff. All right, I think I got everything. Oh, I did want to mention one more thing. This morning, there was a groundbreaking ceremony for the new Ivanhoe Park Brewing in Orlando. So they broke the ground today out there and with a ceremony, and they're looking for an opening in the spring of 2018. So keep your eyes open for that, another new brewery coming our way. All right, October 13th, that's today. We have the Blind Rabbit Whiskey Bar in Jax Beach with its 4th anniversary, running some specials all day long if you're out there. Also, a couple of community events. We've got St. Augustine Greek Festival. We'll be running all weekend out at the events field. Also, Oktoberfest Tampa starts today, goes all weekend. This is my mug from a couple years ago. Coppertail will also be tapping its Dunkel for this fest. That was a great beer a couple years ago. I had that, loved it. So those are 2 events that are running all weekend long. Be sure to check those out if you're in those areas. Also, Beaches Oktoberfest starts Friday the 13th, running all weekend. And if you're around Jax Beach, check that out. Lots of music, beer garden, all day, all night kind of thing. So it should be a lot of fun. And again, check out all these tastings and tappings on beerfests.com. I'm only going through some highlights right now, but there are so many more on the website. All right, let's get into Saturday, because Saturday has a lot of stuff going on, and we need to talk about that. So I mentioned Rocky Water Brew Fest. This is in Melbourne, in the Space Coast. This is an all-Florida fest focusing on smaller Florida breweries. Take a look at the preview I wrote on beerfests.com. Also, I was there in 2015, 2014, and somebody named Matthew kind of goofed up my plans last year to be there. So take a look at that. But in addition to there being all Florida breweries, some of these are GABF medal winners. I'm going to run down the list right now, and if you guys don't have your tickets yet, get them. That's October 14th, the Brew Fest. We've got Ardwell from Jacksonville. Now, they are a GABF medal winner from 2015, as you know. Accomplice Brewing, Arcane, Bangin' Banjo, Big Top Brewing, silver medalist, GABF this year. Black Cauldron and Broken Strings, Bug Nutty, Caskin Larder, Helen Blazes, I've been there. Hidden Springs, I've been there, and had some fun with those guys at Proof Brewing Tap Invitational as well a couple weeks ago. Hourglass Brewery, Infinite Ale Works, Intracoastal, who's the partner brewery for the Brewfest, Lauder Ale down in Fort Lauderdale, that's the GABF Gold Medal winner from last week. Lost Shirt Brewing, Mash Monkeys, New Smyrna Beach Brewing, Orchid Island, Playa Linda, Sailfish, Saz Homebrew Club, 610 Brewing, GABF Gold Medal winner, as I mentioned. Stilt House, Saltwater, 1010, Tomoka, Walking Tree from Vero, bronze medalist from GABF, and also picked up a bunch of hardware at Best Florida Beer earlier this year, and Wops Hops Brewing. So that is a pretty stellar brewery list, if I say so myself. Okay, so that's the first thing we got going on Beer Fest wise, and let's look what else we have going on. We have the Bike MS PGA Tour, Cycle to the Shore. They go from Jacksonville, Jax Beach, down to Daytona, and then back. Great cause, that is. Jacksonville Mom's Blog, Fall Family Day at Congaree and Penn, out here in Jacksonville. Magnolia's Pub, 1-year anniversary. Bottlenose Brewing in Jax Beach with its Dogtoberfest. They'll be there with the Friends of Jacksonville Animals, benefiting them. Crispy's in Springfield, new place that opened. We'll be having an Oktoberfest with beer, games, and stuff like that. Tinger Games at Jax Beach and other locations too. Greek Festival, Oktoberfest Tampa. Masteries Brewing, first anniversary in St. Pete Beach. The Rocky Water Brew Fest, I just mentioned. Beaches Oktoberfest again. Oktoberfest at Marker 48 in Brooksville. They will also be doing Running of the Wieners. Sounds like a lot of fun. Living History Series at Veterans United in Jacksonville will have a speaker, and those sound really informative and a lot of good experience right there that a lot of us really can't relate to. And let's see, we've got Grovetoberfest in Miami, billed as the largest beer fest in Florida. Haunted Brewery at Anheuser-Busch in Jax, zombie hunts and all kind of huntings for you going on all October long. And out in McClenny, our friends at Crooked Rooster with a Masquerade Ball fundraiser. That's all October 14th. And if we go into Saturday, we've got the Jaguars home game. Jack's Brew Bus will be having a bus going to that from Brews in Bartram Park. Those other events are still going on the weekend. Elsewhere into the week, we've got pumpkin carving at Engine 15 on Monday. American Icon Brewery down in Vero Beach will be having its grand opening on Tuesday, October 17th. Lettering and Lagers at Alewife, Bingo Night, Cigar City Pint Night, Men's Night at Hyperion Brewing. Again, this is all on brewniff.com for you people in the Jax Beach, St. Augustine area. Take a look at all of this. Wednesday, we've got a pint night at Engine 15 with Playa Linda Brewing from Titusville. Biketoberfest in Daytona Beach starts Thursday, October 19th. If you're a biker, get your butt down to Biketoberfest. Thursday, Ladies' Night, also on the 19th. Bold Treatment Thursday at Bold City. They do that every Thursday. And we've got Pumpkin Palooza at Engine 15 on Thursday the 19th. So, if you're into pumpkin beers, you will want to be filling your glass at Engine 15 with a whole bunch of pumpkin beers. And they'll be having beers from Southern Tier, Anderson Valley, Crown Valley, Shipyard, Dogfish Head, Alltech, and of course a vintage version of Engine 15 Pumpmaster Imperial Pumpkin Ale. They'll also be having some pumpkin-inspired foods, Sonati's pumpkin donut bread pudding, pumpkin soup, and pumpkin and turkey pot pies. So that is all Pumpkin Palooza at Engine 15 Brewing on Thursday the 19th. So check that out around Jax Beach. We've also got some other things going on Thursday the 19th. Don't want to break that glass. Tomoka Brewing Tap Takeover in St. Augustine at Rendezvous. Bell's Brewery Bash at Alewife. Dogs for Dogs monthly charity night featuring Hourglass Brewing in St. Augustine at Brews and Dogs. That's on Thursday the 19th as well. Cigar City Pint Night at Hoptinger 5 Points. Crooked Can will be having an Oktoberfest on Friday the 20th. Now, they just launched around Jax. You may have got some of their beers this week. So they'll be having an Oktoberfest on Friday the 20th. Pumpkin carving party at Really Good Beer Stock. Haunted Brewery, again, as I mentioned, up there, Anheuser-Busch. Spanish Wine Festival starts in St. Augustine. This was rescheduled because of someone named Irma. So that will be next weekend, October 20th. Around St. Augustine, check that out. Sounds like a good time. October 21st, okay, giving you the heads up on next week, all right? So we've got Wicked Barley with the Wicked Ween Halloween celebration. Oktoberfest and 5K at European Street, Riverside, Jax. We've got Playa Linda with an Oktoberfest over in Titusville. They will be tapping their own Oktoberfest beer called the Playa Fest. So if you're around Space Coast and Titusville, check that out. And of course, we come to one of the big events. I have the preview story on brewniff.com. 9th anniversary, congratulations to Bold City Brewery. If you're around Jax, check that out. Lots of beer will be flowing there, and we will be glad to see them open after the construction they had to do for that event. Also, we've got some more tastings and tappings going on. Sunday, October 22nd, we have the annual charity Halloween bash at Dahlia's. And if you're into The Walking Dead, it will be the season premiere of The Walking Dead on the 22nd. Okay, gotta be careful of those glasses, right? All right, so those are pretty much the events that we're looking at for the week. Again, let's look forward. In October, we've got Florida, Georgia weekend. There will be some watch parties, Intuition, Wicked Barley, with some food specials. So if you're not going to the game and you want to hang out, check out those places. It's also going to be Halloween, of course, as you know. And I've already got some Halloween events on brewnymph.com, and they are starting to really come in. So check that out. There will be more. But we've got a beer and candy pairing at Dahlia's. And we also have some other Halloween events. I know Ann O'Malley's in St. Augustine is doing a groovy 60s party themed event. So check those out at those roll in. We've got Green Room with a costume party event and all kinds of places doing a lot of fun stuff. I love Halloween. My house is decorated and I'm all excited about Halloween. This is part of my costume right here. Yes, I like to run around and scare the kids. So it's a lot of fun at my house on Halloween because I play music, I run around, and the whole bit. And yes, I have another wig, if you can believe that. All right, what else is going on? We've got the Florida-Georgia game on October 28th, and we are also looking ahead for Pinklehead Phobia Fest, which should be happening that weekend as well. We will keep our eyes out for that. So what else do we have going on? In November, Porch Fest, as I mentioned, out there in Springfield in the Jacksonville area. Jack's Beer Week, November 4th, will start. There was a collaboration beer that was brewed at Intuition, the Soured Society, which is a sour red ale. That will be released. Crooked Rooster out in McClenny will be having its first anniversary and beer launch, and that's also on November 4th. Beyond that, we've got Intuition Ale Works with their anniversary, not just a day, it's a week-long event at Intuition Ale Works, and the huge party on November 18th. That's on brewnymph.com. Take a look at that. Also, Brewval Jack's Beer Fest out in Jack's Beach on the 18th, and big, huge event out in St. Augustine, Light Up Night for the Nights of Lights, which will be running through January 31st. Always a fun time. I love it out there. I have a great time. I'll be out there throughout the course of December. So take a look at that if you're out there. Twinkle, twinkle all over the place. Millions of lights. 3 million, I believe. In December, we've got our FBG Barrel-Aged Cider and Sour Fest at Intuition. So if you're around Jacksonville area, get your tickets for that. And then we've got January, Happy New Year, beer fest, all that kind of stuff going on. So hey, right now we've got enough to talk about and we're looking ahead. So enjoy the month of October. It's got a lot going on. And I will see you around a beer in Florida. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Happy Friday the 13th. Happy October. And see you around a beer, Florida. Cheers.